Good morning. It is Saturday morning. It's early. I've been up for about an hour, hour and a half, but we're heading out to some yard sales. So let's go ahead and get into this. Okay, I'm back from the yard sales. Spent about 3 or 4 hours out today looking at some yard sales, even though it was cool outside. It started warming up, so let me go ahead and show you what I got. The first thing I picked up was this hardback edition of Bram Stoker's Dracula, and I only paid $1 for this. And of course I love Dracula, so this probably go to my personal collection. The next thing I picked up for $5 was these two guides, Pokemon Ranger Shadows of Alma and Pokemon Platinum. Now, I haven't comped these guides, but these guides, most of the Pokemon guides usually go for $15, $20, $25. So I should make at least $15 profit off of these things. The next thing I picked up was a brand new Under Armour shirt for $5. And I mean, it's not even out of the package yet, so I'll have to comp this and see how much this is going for. I also I went to an estate sale around the corner from where I live. And it was basically, it was an old house, and there wasn't really much in there. They did have a Snoopy phone, and they wanted $40 for it. It was a vintage phone, but I didn't really want to pay that much for it. But they did have this picture frame in there, and I remember seeing this type of art before when I was young. So I don't know how old this is, how dated it is, but I'll take a look and see if I can find anything comparable to this. It was $2 I paid for this. And the next thing I grabbed was only 50 cents. And this is probably my favorite thing I found today. An old Transformers sticker album. And there's the back. Or I should say stamp fun, as it says. But there's all kinds of pages in here where they actually put the stickers. There's one page in here, I believe it just has like a bunch of stickers stuck together. So I might be able to pull them off. And I believe this is from the late 80s, mid 80s, late 80s. The next thing I grabbed was they had like a community yard sale today, not too far from where I live at, and they had a bunch of shoes there. And always keep your eye out for these Crocs. Now these were only $1, and they're, you know, obviously they're little kids, infants. Grabbed that, and I grabbed this pair right here, and these were $1 also. So I should be able to sell these for probably 15 each, if that, and I'll definitely make some okay money off of them. I also grabbed, I'm not sure what this is, but this was like some superhero. And they had the Taco Bell Chihuahua. And they had like 3 for $1 stuffed animals there. And I grabbed, even though it isn't worth anything, I grabbed that along with, I believe it was one more stuffed animal. Yeah, my wife she might have grabbed it and took it in the house. It wasn't really anything worth. Oh no, here it is, right? Beanie Baby Scoop. Which these, like I said, these Beanie Babies ain't worth anything at all. So you basically have to look at the tags, the little heart tags on there, to see which ones are worth money. Some of them are worth, I think I sold one for like $250 before, but it was like first or second generation. Other than that, really not worth your time. The same with this. Even though it's in great condition, I picked it up less than, let's say, 50 cents, 25 cents. For all those. So those 3. And the last thing I got there was, and they only wanted $1, so I grabbed that for $1. I already have one of these. I'll probably just resell this. This is a better copy than the one I have, and they average from 10 to 15 bucks. At the next yard sale, I grabbed the next yard sale, I grabbed a few more things. I can get them out fast. And these were pretty cheap too. This is kind of heavy. This is a Jurassic World underwater sea adventure thing. I'm not sure what it is, to be honest with you. But it does come with a character. And that was, I think I said $1. I'm not sure. But it looks like it has everything to it. I'll comp it and see what it's worth. Maybe I can sell for like 10, 15 bucks. And then I also grabbed, let's see, a couple books. A hook. Now this was $1. Grabbed that. Also grabbed a Bram Stoker CD novel. And like I said, I love Bram Stoker's Dracula, so that'll probably go into my personal collection. And the last thing I got was this Night Before Christmas. Now this is probably from the 60s. Maybe possibly the 50s also. I'm not sure. But what's cool about it is it has the, hold on. The little card catalog thing. When you, back when you used to get them out at the library at school, they would stamp, or at the public library, they'd stamp it and say when it was due. And it even has that musty old smell. It says 1953, so. But apparently they used it all the way up until 2003, because there's a 2003 stamp at this library. But that was pretty much it today. My wife got some really good stuff. She beat me to it, but she likes them, so she definitely, they look good on her. She got some brand new Nikes from this one yard sale we went to. I mean, they were sharp looking too, and they were going for, I guess, 60 to 80 bucks, and the woman wanted 10 bucks for them. But I mean, they weren't even used. She said she just had them sitting in her closet, but she got them before I did, so I can't resell them. So they, like I said, they look good on her. And then she grabbed some kind of expensive dishware for like $5. It was super cheap. And also she grabbed or 10 bucks, something like that. But she also grabbed a Cricut system, and that was $5. So we're gonna have to look at that and see how that works. And then my sister-in-law has a newer one. This one's kind of an older one with the cartridges. And what's ironic about it is I've had some of these cartridges sitting in my inventory for months now. So now I can put them to use and not sell them and just give them to her and she can use them. But that was it today. It was fun going out to the yard sales, checking out everything they had. There was a person that had a Garfield clock, and it was like this big, but they didn't want, they wanted like 20 bucks for it, and it counts for 60 to 80 bucks. Sure, I probably could have sold it, but you know, you kind of have to be it's kind of a niche item, so it'd probably take a while to sell it. I wasn't too interested in, I'm kind of interested in quick flips right now. So anyway, that was it for today. We'll see you later. Happy Monday. I just finished up at the Goodwill stores. I had to go to the post office. Had a very good weekend in sales. I'll show you later on in the video what I sold and how much it sold for. But I did stop by the Goodwill stores, and I picked up some really good some really good things. One of them, I can't believe I found another one just like the other one I had. But let me go ahead and get into this. So the first thing I picked up was, I believe this is from Harry Potter. This is an ugly looking character. But anyway, that was $2.99. It's kind of squishy. And I think the comps on that were like $30 to $40. I couldn't believe what that was going for. The second thing I grabbed was this big bag of yokai wash little discs. There's a ton of them in there. Some of them are still in the package too, so I might be able to sell these for maybe 40 bucks. We'll see. I don't know. And the third thing I got was, now this is the first time I found one of these, but I've been searching for a while, and I've never come across it until today. And it is a Psycho Bunny shirt from England. And you can tell by the little logo right there. And there's also the little tag. Now this had like a white, I don't know if it's a stain or not, but it was on the bottom of the shirt. But these shirts go from like $25 to $50. So I should make some good money off of this. And the last thing I got, and I couldn't believe I found it again. I found one of these before and sold it for, I think it was $140, I believe, maybe, to a guy in Japan. But it's another Aloha shirt, Hawaiian shirt. Same one as before. I think the last one I sold was a large, but I couldn't believe I came across another one of these. And this one has that same fish print on it, and it is a large. So I'm going to list it for $140. See what I can get out of it. That was a pretty good day. I couldn't believe how much cool stuff they had in there. I ran out of time. I had to hurry up and get out and get back. I had to go get my daughter from school. But other than that, it was a good day finding stuff at Goodwill. So we'll see you later. Good morning. It is Friday and I am on my way to the box bin yard sale. Last night I was looking at some of the pictures and there's a few really good things that they have there. One of them being an old vintage fan, kind of like a tabletop fan, and some of those fans go between $80 and $100, maybe a little bit more. So hopefully I can get in there and grab that before anybody else does. They also said they had vintage toys too, but we'll see what they have. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into this. All right, I am back. It was a fun morning. I'll show you what I got, and then of course I'll tell you how much I spent for it when I'm done. First thing I got, and this is one of the reasons why I was hoping to get there and get this early, is this right here. This fan comped on eBay for 80 bucks. So I'm gonna clean it up real good and make sure it works. If it does, there's $80 right there. Quite a few of them with the blue blades. We're going for 80 bucks, so we'll see what happens. The next thing I got, now this was out in the quarter bin, and this is a Build-A-Bear. So I don't know how much it's worth, but some of these do go for really good money. I just didn't, while standing in line, I couldn't find any comps for this. So we'll see what happens. The next thing I grabbed was, sorry, this flight stick. And they've got a $35 price tag on it, but I don't know how much this is going for. I'll scan it and see what the price is on this, but clean it up real good because it's kind of dirty. I also grabbed this vintage Radio Shack scanner. Some of these scanners go for good money, especially the Uniden scanners, but Radio Shack pretty much isn't around anymore. I mean, it still might be open somewhere, but it's definitely not around here in Florida anymore. And I don't even know if it's around in Maryland anymore, to be honest with you. But anyway, there's that. And I also grabbed some really cool stuff out of the quarter bin, like a Power Rangers movie, which I'll lock that up with the other movies I have. And I found this sealed. And this is a Peter Pan 45th. Now this isn't going to go for crazy money at all. And not only that, but the case is kind of cracked right there. So even if I was going to sell it on eBay, you're not getting, $500 to $1,000 like some of these are. So I'll just hold on to it to see what I can get for it. Excuse me. And the next thing I got was this Radio Shack Sports wrist watch, or not watch, sorry, radio. I've got a Sony Walkman one like this. It's got the little buttons and all on the back and on the front. We'll see if that works, see how much that goes for. And winding down, I did pick up some vintage toys. So this is NASA Buddy. I don't know how much this will go for. And this is a Tonka truck with the little thing in the back. And we'll see how much that goes for. Also grabbed, I'll probably give this one to my wife because she's got a collection of California raisins. So let her have that. And also this, I think this is a Fisher Price 1980, I don't know if it's 81 or 85 toy. I looked on eBay and comped it, and it comped for like $8. So I'll clean it up real good. Maybe I'll sell it for $5, $6, who knows. And the last thing I got there, and I don't know, I think this is vintage. I'm not sure, but I want to say this is Bestman Luke, and it's vintage because it doesn't have that bulky looking, like when they re-released the Star Wars toys, they were kind of bulky looking, like Luke looked like he was on steroids, but this one right here. So I'll have to check and see if that's vintage. I'm pretty sure this is vintage, but I'll check and see how much it's going for, and we'll go from there. And the very last thing I got was, let me throw all this back in real fast before we get to the last thing. The very last thing I grabbed was this right here. And I always say, keep an eye on blow molds, especially around Christmas time. And I got this guy right here. Kind of hard to see. But doesn't have a light inside. Now, I don't know how much I'll fetch for that. Hopefully, I mean, it's got some paint wear all over it too, so even if I sold it for $25, hey, that's, you know, definitely a profit. But my total today for everything was $11. And just selling, let's say I sell the Radio Shack scanner, I'll probably sell that for 15, 20 bucks. I already make my money back on that. So I'm hoping to make at least, with everything here, the fan and all, I'm going to say at least $100 profit off of this stuff. If the fan works too. So if the fan works, that's great, because definitely could sell for 80. But that was pretty much all they had there. They did have a bunch of like doll houses and everything, but it was nothing that I really wanted to pick up. They did have some old like stuffed animals, but they were in bad shape. They had a Pink Panther. It was probably, I'm gonna say about 4 feet tall. It was big, but it was nasty. It was all dirty and everything. I'm not about that. And I looked up the comps on that, and even the biggest one probably sold for like 20 bucks. I was shocked. I thought I'd go for more, but that was it. And tomorrow, hopefully, I'll check out some yard sales. If I do, we'll take you along. So have a good day.
This week, I'm going to go over some items that sold on eBay. The first item I sold was this men's Pelagic Vapor Tech long sleeve shirt size large. I picked it up for $3.99 at a Goodwill and sold it for $19.99. The next item up is definitely a bolo. As I said in some of my previous videos, anytime that you can find any advanced Dungeons and Dragons or original Dungeons and Dragons items, pick them up if you can get them super cheap, because they do sell. This advanced Dungeons and Dragons monster manual from 1988 sold for $40. I picked it up at a yard sale for $1. Here's another Pelagic item that sold recently. This one's a men's Chugger fleece fishing hoodie, size medium. I'm sure if it was a size large or extra large, it went a lot faster than what it did. There was a lot of people interested, but the size, like I said, medium, kind of held people back. But it was a very nice looking Chugger. Anyway, it sold for $25. I believe I paid $3.99 for it. This next item was my hot seller of the week. I ended up buying this for $1 at a yard sale around the corner from where I live at, and I was going to keep it for myself, but I checked out the comps on these, and they were anywhere between $60 and $100, and it sold for a best offer of $65. Next up is this vintage G.I. Joe lot. I had collected some of these over the years, with probably the last 3 or 4 years, buying them low and waiting for them to rise in value, and I ended up selling them for $200. Next up is this lot of PlayStation 1 Crash Bandicoot 1 and 2 Black Label games. I paid $1 for each one of these at a yard sale recently and sold them both for $45, so this was a nice profit. Next up is this ugly posable doll from the Harry Potter movies. It was $1.99 at a Goodwill store, and when I first saw it, I said, I don't even want to look this up. It's so ugly looking. But I did look it up. Like I said, it sold anywhere between $30 and $45. So I sold it for $35, making probably about a $27, $28 profit. Next up is this Universal Studios 2013 Halloween Horror Night shirt. I had purchased this along with another Halloween Horror Night shirt for, I believe it was like $2.99 each a while back. There was some general interest in this, but no one actually pulled the trigger on it. And I believe I had it set at $30, and I dropped the price a little bit and sold it for $24. Up next is this Winnie the Pooh 1,000 Acres Woods Light Up Porcelain Christmas Village. Now, I had purchased this right after Christmas last year at a Goodwill store, and I don't think I paid more than $5 or $6 for it. So I sat on it for months because I knew it wasn't going to sell, and I didn't want to waste my time listing it if I knew the time wasn't right. And I just posted it recently, and it sold for $39. And the last item that sold on eBay this week was this hardware out-of-print Blu-ray. This was from Richard Stanley, who also put out a movie called Dust Devil. I sold it for $58. I had purchased it at a Goodwill store for $2.99, so this was a pretty decent profit on this one too. Well, it's definitely been a busy couple of weeks. That's why it's taken so long to get this video. I had a lot of stuff going on, taking care of things. But I did manage to find a lot of cool stuff, a lot of vintage stuff at those box bin yard sales. And I continue to find vintage stuff there. In upcoming videos, I'll provide some pictures, video of all the cool stuff that I found. Anyway, if you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.